Ladies and gentlemen, Bon Jovi is back! This song is called Getting High and Landing by Simon Stirzaker, Stirring Baker, Greg Sausage Roll. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Simon released this on the 22nd of June 2020.
I would just like to note that at this time of recording, this is no longer Simon's single. This is simply a demo that he has sent over to me in order for me to review it and give constructive criticism on how he can improve it before his big release next month.
Now, I'm going to jump straight into this. This song starts with a guitar line that I can only describe as Avenged Sevenfold's Afterlife. It starts and I just can't help but feel like I'm about to listen to Matt Shadows just start screaming at me.
Like walking into a dream! Stolen language!
It has a very stadium feel to it, and I can see for sure what he's going for. The execution of it, however, I don't feel is too great. I feel like I'm listening to this song from a fucking mile away. I'm having to just sort of stand there and go, "Excuse me, mate, can you come closer? I can't really hear it in this big fucking cave we seem to find ourselves in. The echoes in here, man!" The vocals come in and they give me very big Ed Sheeran vibes. I don't know if that's the ideal vibe that Simon's going for. I can certainly see an element of Ed Sheeran, especially with the rising falsetto of the vocals and how they play and come across in the song. But I also can't really understand the vocalization that Simon's decided to implement, because I feel like it's either being drowned out by Slash having a stroke on the guitar or the drums trying to keep in time. And before it goes into the chorus, you can audibly hear the drums do go out. The vocals themselves aren't awful. I think with less effects, then it could have really put a good grounding to the vocals, because not only are they quite hard to hear because of the high-pitched squealing of a guitar, but they're also quite hard to make out what's actually being said in the song due to this. They also sometimes shake and quiver from key to key. I think that comes from a sense of nervousness. I think anxiety of actually making a track, your first single, may have gotten to Simon in this. I can see what he's going for, and I can absolutely understand the effect that he's going for, but I don't think it's been executed too well. But aside from shaking key to key, sometimes it's also not in key. The song has a fairly average beat. It's 4/4, or in this case 4 3/4 and 4 halves. I fucking love that joke. The drummer can't decide whether he wants to hit the snare or just gently tickle it. It changes between normal snare hits and cross-sticking an unusual amount of times and in some very odd places. There's also a weird noise gate that's been connected to the guitar. It doesn't get to live its full life. It's like going to school, and as you're about to finish year 6, you know, you've been through school, you finally can't wait to leave, and then as you literally leave the school gates, you get shot in the back of the fucking head. Around 3 minutes 10 seconds, it goes into a bridge. The drums play for about 2 beats in and then just randomly cut out, rather than cut out at the beginning of the section. So the section starts, the drums do 2 or 3 snare hits and then just randomly cut out a quarter into this new section. It doesn't feel organized or planned, it just kind of disappears. And in the outro,
of course,
we've got to have another
guitar solo.
It feels kind of forced. It's a miniature guitar solo at that, but this song I feel is one giant riff session. And at the end, I kind of wanted it to dampen down and show a real emotional, mellowed out version of this song, so we can have all the exciting premises throughout, but as we get towards the end, it can all sort of just dull down, come together, and give it a very satisfying conclusion. That doesn't happen. It's sort of a...
Look, I can still play, and you're fucking right, I'm still playing.
This track, I think, suffers from a very confused outlet. It wants to be a very big track, and very meaningful, but that's sort of unfortunately unfavoured for the sake of effects that just don't work. A messy rhythm section, and I think a lack of grounding as well. I can definitely see what Simon is going for in this track, and I think with a little more toning and a little bit more work on the actual mixing itself and establishing the song properly, this could definitely appeal to a very, very hungry audience that are looking for this type of big anthem stadium filler. Instead of getting high and landing, I feel like it just gets a bit pissed and falls flat on its face. Regardless, I'll ensure to link the song so you can check it out for yourselves. Please ensure to give Simon a follow in all of his social medias. Support the music industry, regardless, and this is the one thing that I need to stress. Whenever I do a review, I am no expert. I am not the all-seeing God. I just give my opinion, and this is purely what this is. My opinion. This is my opinion on this track. It's criticised, yes, but it's also reinforced with positivity. And I think there's two ways that every review should be taken. You can either take it as someone's personally attacking you, or you can take it as here's some constructive criticism. There's no personal feeling in it. It's just my opinion on a track that's been released. Take it as you will, and hopefully I can help with some future decisions. But anyway, at the end of that very I don't even know what the fuck that was. This has been another review. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this, and ensure that you give me a like, a share, and that you subscribe. And you know, why don't you just comment and tell me how fucking hideous my hairline is? Thank you, and have a good day.